What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5-3. Man, I'm back again. Back again. You can tell from the title, man, or you might not. This is about what I always say. Oh, man, that'll get your mind right. That right there get your mind. What I mean by when I say that is you see on TV, you see it in real life. You'll see it all the time, man. Dudes be popping off, talking crazy, jumping crazy. Just, you know what I'm saying? Real crazy. Until they get that thing put in their face. When that thing get put in their face, a lot of times they get a whole new attitude. I call that they get your mind right. Yeah, because dudes would be, hey, man, whoop, whoop. Oh, hold up, man. Hey, oh, man, what's up, man? Dang, that. Oh, it's like that? Oh, that's how we doing it? See, you got your mind right now. No sooner that thing get put in your face, you get your mind right. All the time. Not all the time, but a lot of times. Now, I done ran across some fools. I done ran across some fools in my lifetime that they don't care one way or another. One way or another. They don't give a dang, man. You can put that heat in their face and they not finna shut up. They ain't finna bar, curb, nothing. They full speed ahead with whatever they was talking about, whatever they had going on, they with it. And I ain't talking about no dudes up under no influence of alcohol. I'm not talking about no dudes that are up under the influence of drugs. None of that. They just some zip-zap fools. Off the gristle. Gone. I've seen them. But now, 9 out of 10, when that heat get drawn up and get pointed directly at them, especially in their face, they get their mind right, man. I have been on the receiving end a few times of getting my mind right. And I've also put other people on the receiving end a whole lot of getting their mind right, though. Man, listen. I'm gonna tell you. Now what this story gonna be about is a few times when I was on the receiving end of getting my mind right. One time I remember this was back in 1982. I just got out, and me and 3 more of my homeboys, we riding around. We in the car, and we over there in Villain Hood looking to find some of them slipping, standing around. We finna jump out and just mop them up. We ain't got no pistol. We ain't got no gun. We ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? We just want to catch one of them slipping. We was going to just jump out and dust him off. We riding around. We looking. I'm talking about we looking. We on the hunt. You know what I'm saying? We come across one coming out of store. And I know him. I was in jail with him years later, but at that time, boom, I hadn't been to jail with him yet. So when we see him, my homeboy tapped me like, cuz, look, and they got one right there. Man, we pull up on him. When we pull up on him, I'm woofing out the window. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm talking that talk. I'm talking that 5-tray Avalon talk now. I go to the homie who driving, he say, cuz, man, get him. I go to get out the car and go get him. The dude ducked down behind, I don't know if it was one of them little steel trash cans, what it was. You know, back in the day, we had them little steel trash cans. And he come up with something. Boy, it looked like the barrel was that big. He was right at the curb. We had pulled up to the curb. When I say he drew down, it was no more than 5 feet separating us. And he come up with that heat like that, man, dead. I stopped. I'm looking at it. I'm looking. I got 1 foot out the car on the ground, door halfway open. I finished step out. I stopped. I'm looking. All I see is that heat. Man, that big old heat. I'm looking. Whew. By right, it should have been wash away, Josh away for me. But I equated to 2 things. Either he didn't have no bullets in that gun, or God was with me. And I believe God was with me that day, man. I truly believe that. But anyway, the homie who driving, I got two homies in the back seat. But now the homie who driving, he going on. Whoa, 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 he woofing on the dude. He dissing, talking crazy, da-da-da-da-da. So, but I'm just looking at this gun. I'm talking about my eyes big as Volkswagen lights. I'm looking. I ease back around like this here. I say, cuz, pull off. Man, F that, F this, and woo, wop, 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 wop. I say, cuz, he got the gun in my face. Pull off. Just pull off. Dude ain't said nothing. He just got the gun like this here. Look at me, dead in my face. So finally, the homie who was driving, he even though he throwed the car and drive, he eased on off. When he go to ease off, I ease my foot back in and bloop, bloop, close that door. We eased on off. I'm looking at it as we go. I'm like, man. It was one of them things where they say your light flash before your eyes. I don't know if my light flashed before my eyes or not, but I know that I was staring at the Grim Reaper at that time. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Another time, we was breaking in a house. And I was halfway through the window, halfway hanging out, and I heard some footsteps, real heavy. So with my hands down on the ground, I look up, dude drawing down with that gauge. Long barrel, uncut. Boy, the barrel looked that big. It was two of them. They looked like they was that big a piece. Boop, boop. I went to backpedaling. Got up out of there. Boy, it's something about when you look up and you staring down the barrel of that heat, man, it make you get your mind right. Mind right, man. Another time, downtown LA, back in the day, man, all dudes from everywhere, different sets used to go downtown to the theater on State. You know what I'm saying? You line to run into anybody down there, man. Anybody at any given time, because everybody used to want to go down there and go to the arcade and go eat at Clifton's and go to the movies. So anyway, the homies was down there. And they ran into some bloods. They ran into the Miller Gangsters. And the homies was coming out the theater, and the Miller Gangsters was coming in the theater. It was about 9 or 10 of the homies. It was about 9 or 10 of them. My homeboy Tiki was in the front, along with, some other homies right there. So words started getting passed. Woo, woo, wow, wow, wham. Woo, wow, 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 wham. And they drew down. Dead in the homie face. Like, dang. I could just imagine how he felt. They pulled the trigger. The gun didn't bust. It didn't bust. But now everybody scattered. The second time, bow, it bust. Bow, bow, bow. But everybody was scattering by this time. About to get hit. So to be that close to death, it's a cold thing, man. It's a cold thing. Man, I remember one time, me and the homie Crazy Ray, we was over there on Figueroa messing with them pimps. You know what I'm saying? We stayed doing that. We did not like them. They did not like us. We rolled up on some little pimp dude, and we finna get it. We finna beat on him. As soon as I go to get out the car, he knew what was coming. Dude drawed down. Oh, man, right there. Like, man, hold up. He woofing. Woo, 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 woo. Talking that pimp talk. I wasn't fit to talk that crip talk. Not I, says the fat guy. I eased my butt right back on in that car and got on. He follows with the heat. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Bunch of other times, man. Bunch of other times, man. Man, one time, I'm crossing the street. This back in the day. I'm crossing the street on 51st, right there on Avalon. But I'm not going from this side of Avalon to that side of Avalon. I'm going from this side of 51st Street to this side of 51st Street. So boom, I'm standing at the curb, waiting to come over. I'm waiting to come over. So the dude that's sitting at the light, he can't go through the light because the light is red. So boom, I'm finna cross the curb coming toward him. Something told me that the dude in this car banged. That he banged. So I go to going off. And plus he's going that direction. He's going in the direction. He either from Villain or he from the Pueblos. Because he going in that direction. You can look at the car till he bang. Now, usually back in the day, them dudes used to run that light. They knew not to get caught at that light right there. They knew don't get caught at that light. Get caught at that light, it's gonna be some smoke in the city. Because we finna trip. Anyway, I go to whooping. As I'm passing by the car, the front of it, I'm giving it up. I'm banging. Yeah, that east side Avalon light. Woo, 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 fire train. Woo, 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 woo. This killer, that killer, that killer, this killer. So the dude sitting in the car like, man, he do me like that. Scooby? Do tell. You waved me off like I ain't talking about nothing? And I'm sitting up here professing my allegiance to the big bad Avalon gang, and you don't go just, what? Man, come on. As I'm going past, I act like I'm finna go, like pull the car door open and pull him out or something. Which that was on my mind. But really, because the window was down, I really was just going to dope fiend bomb on him through the window. No sooner I turned that corner and got up on I was like, hey, yeah, for what? What? In my face. I'm like, oh. Boy, man, listen. I knew I was finna get it then. I knew it was over with. Dude got it like this. I'm like this. I'm like, dang. I'm like, oh, cuz. He don't bust though. Light turned green. He just drove off. When he drove off with the gun like this here. Drove off with the gun. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, man. I just sit there and shook my head. Like, man, what? Dang. I was cuckoo. I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at that time. It shook me up. And I was real young back then at that time when this happened. So it kind of really shook me up. Man, I remember one time the homies went over there. They was headed to the west side. They was on the west side. And they used to have a set out back in the day. They gone now, defunct. A little bit thankful to us, I believe. They used to have a set called Westside 5 Tray. They used to have a Westside 5 Tray, man. We weren't having it. We weren't going for it. No, we weren't having it. They had the nerve to come over to the park one day. This was way back in the day. They had the nerve to come to the park one day and call themselves gonna kick it with us. So when they pulled up, they like, oh, what's up, cuz? What's up? So we look, what's up? So what's up, cuz? Where y'all from? They had the nerve to try to get out the car. Oh, cuz, we from Westside 5 Tray. Scooby? You from where? Man, we from Westside 5 Tray. What? Man, y'all done lost all sense of time and space. No such thing. No. Now. The homies got on them immediately. With the tell them, cuz ain't no this, that, and the other, that, this, that, and the other. Whoop, wop, 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 wham. You know what I'm saying? Run them back to their car. They jumped in their little car and got on. Don't come back, fool. East side Avalon, east side 5 Tray. West side 5 Tray. Of course. About 2 days went by. The homies was walking down 51st. That same car pulled up. Don't trip. Ain't tripping it for real, for real, for real. Heard the little brake a little bit. So when the homies turned and looked, dude got a gauge out the window. Right there, no more than 3 feet. My homeboy nose was right there. The gauge was right on him. It was right on him. Everybody froze. They woofed a little bit. Westside 5 Trey. Whoop, 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 wham. They don't bust though. But ain't nobody saying nothing back. Ain't nobody saying nothing back. I told you, when that heat in your face like that, it'll get your mind right. They end up pulling off, man. So that was another incident. Of course, you know it didn't stop right there. It didn't stop right there. You see today, there's no such thing as a Westside 5 Trey, you know. Anyway, going on. Let me see, other incidents. Another time, we in the Avalon Gardens, kicking it. We had got into it with the Swans outside the projects on 87th. Got into it with the Swans outside the projects on 87th. They got the worst of it on that go round. But they come back. Not only did they come back, they come through the projects. Bussing. Okay. Me and the homie Spanky was coming in from the other end, from the McKinley end. And I tried to fishtail my car and block it in. But, yeah. Oh, well, anyway. But I've tried to fishtail my car and block them in, which it didn't really work. Jumped out the car, and the car that was coming past me had that thing. It was either Mac 11 or Mac 10. Had it. I'm talking about no more than 2 feet from my face. I'm looking, my eyes this big, right in my face. Dude shaking it. It wasn't bust. It didn't want to shoot. I dove behind the wall of a house, and that's when it shot. God was on my side again that day, y'all, because he had me dead bang right there. It was right there. All they had to do was pull the trigger. When I tell you it was no more than 2 feet from me. I was a goner right then, y'all. God had my back though. That was another time. Got into it one time with a dude on the bus. He was from Crenshaw Mafia. Coming down Crenshaw on the bus. Me and the dude get into it. I called myself was gonna rush him. Draw down on me on the bus. I'm like, oh man. Oh. He talking crazy, but he know in RTD back then, you got the front door and the back door. You can step down into the well, the doors, the stairs go down and call it a well. And pull a thing. Bing, bing, bing. They gonna stop, let you off the bus. That's what he did. But the whole time he got me like this here. I ain't saying nothing else. I'm just shut up. He got me. He woofing. Oh, you got nothing to say now, huh? Wham. I ain't got nothing to say. Bus driver opened the back door. He got off the bus. I kept going. All I could think was like, man. Whew, man. I got caught one time again by the Inglewood families. Some young dudes. I was woofing like a big dog. No, I wasn't woofing. They was hitting me up, and I was trying to get up out of it. I told you a story on that one. I was trying to get up out of it. Dude drove down. I'm like, man, he had me. Had me dead bang. Dead bang. Luckily, I did a favor for a cat years earlier. He was there, returned the favor. That was another time, man. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You get that thing drawn down on you. Get that thing drawn down on you. You know? Another time, me and Crazy Ray caught a dude. We caught a dude. He was from 8-9 family. We caught him. It was on 80. That was 89th and Central. 89th and Central. If I'm right, it was either 88th or 89th and Central. It was if I can remember right, it's a gas station or it was a gas. This was back in the early 80s. It was a gas station or a little liquor store or something right there. And the dude was standing in the parking lot, and we just come up in the parking lot. We knew what he was because he was flagging. We come up in Ray Drive. We come up in the parking lot. By the time the dude turned around and see it, I had the heat just like this. I go to Wolfie. Avalon, whoop, 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 wham, wham. Dude doing like this. I got him. It wasn't in me to bust that night, y'all. It wasn't in me to do nothing. I started laughing. I told Ray, pull off, cuz, just go. Just pull it off. God was with him that night. Man, it's a lot of different times, man, that pistol get drawn on you. You will get your mind right. If you ain't never had one put in your face before, hold on. Okay. My wife coming in from work. But if you ain't never had one put in your face before, man, you don't know that feeling. It's a whole different feeling, man. It's a whole different feeling. You don't know if you're going to instantly, immediately in your mind, you don't know if you're going to see not just the next day. You don't know if you finna see 5 minutes from now. Cause you like, dang. And the only thing going through your mind is, man, don't pull that trigger, man. Don't pull that trigger, man. That's the same, man, you know what I'm saying, got into it with the police so many times, man, over the years. And they had me cuffed up, boom, boom, talking about what they gonna do to me. That. You know what I'm saying? Pistol upside my head. You know, I had one police, man, had me in the alley. He got me in the alley. Cuffed me up. They've been already punching and hitting on me. Pulled his heat out. Put it to my head. Talk about what he ought to do, what he should do, what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Brought it around to the front. You know, poke my head with it. The only thing going through my mind is, man, please don't accidentally pull this trigger. Please don't accidentally pull this trigger. He took the heat, run it through my eyes, run it all across my nose, and the whole time he woofing, talk about what he should do and what he gonna do. And I'm knowing it been a lot of times LAPD done pulled these type stunts, you know? So the only thing in my mind is like, man, not in this dark alley. Ain't nobody see. They can get away with it. This and that. Man. Luckily, they put me in the car. They whooped me a little more, put me in the car, took me somewhere and dropped me off. Boom. But it's a lot of different times, man. That heat been put in your face. And it will make you get right. You know what I'm saying? I had homeboys, man, back in the day, had them close calls like that, and they just quit banging. They realized right then and there that this wasn't the life for them. No, this ain't the life for them. I don't want to do this no more. That scared me. You know what I'm saying? I believe that had to be what went through their whole system. No. If gangbanging consists of this, I don't want nothing to do with it. No, I'm finna go be a chef. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm finna go work at the zoo. Something. But I don't want no pistols pulled on me no more. But it's a heck of a feeling, man. It's a heck of a feeling, though. You know, it's a heck of a feeling, man. Anyway, I just, wanted to get that little bit out, man. For those out there who ain't never had it happen, it'll change your life. It'll change your life, man. It's either going to make you or break you. It's either going to make you or break you. Anyway, man, that's me, man. Your big partner, Cartoon 5-3, man. At the end of the day, man, I said stay safe, stay above ground, man. Keep your head on the swivel, man. We living in some bad times. We living in the end times, too. Anyway, man, I represent the gangsters, homie. The Avalon gangsters, to be exact. I'm out. Peace.
Gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie. Ain't nobody gangsta party. 4-2-1, man. 4-2-1, man.